We'll come out to Braddon Cemetery, and a very poignant day for Archibald Knox followers. We were only here last year for a celebration. Now we have another one turning past.
Yes, I think it's a good thing that we're celebrating this and it's becoming an annual event. We obviously have to contend with the weather. It's no better this year than it was last, but I think we've done well to have a little gathering to commemorate the date of his death. Of course, we're coming up very shortly to the celebration of his 150th birthday, so it's an interesting year. It's also the year of Manx Year of Culture, so you know, it's all very appropriate. And also it has to be said that Mr. Knox played a role in the First World War, which we're commemorating the centenary of, as he was an official at Knockaloe Camp. Strangely enough, a censor. But for a man who was such a sublime artist, it seems to me he had to do an awful lot of very ordinary work. He was a teacher at school, he was a teacher down in London, and it's amazing that he produced so much really wonderful art in his life because he had so many distractions.
Again, it's so amazing that people want to remember him, and he's coming more and more into vogue all the time. Would you say still now?
Well, 100 years ago, through people like Liberties and so on, he had a certain fame, although his work was never signed from Liberties. Now, of course, it's very, very collectible. And I think we've seen a revival of the Celtic and the arts and crafts tradition. People are getting great satisfaction and delight from that, and of course across the world Knox and other Celtic works are very much in demand.
We've got some shots we're looking at right now from the event that took place last year when some of his work was put up for sale, and gathered lots of people, didn't it, just here on the island?
It did, yes. I mean, it's very special to the island, but we should remember that he has a national and an international reputation as well. So, you know, we are now the stewards of somebody of world importance, somebody's work of world importance.
Right, tell us about the significance about what you've done this year, something slightly different. Something from your garden, I understand.
Well, yes. This was Liam O'Neill, the chairman of the Archibald Knox Society last year. We were talking and we were standing in this bleak churchyard last year, and I said, you know, it'd be nice if we could put something appropriate there. Now, I understand that at his burial there was a tribute of snowdrops, and it's the right time of year, and my garden produces a lot of them. So this morning I've been outside cutting loads of snowdrops and putting them in foil, and now we've laid them on the grave. I think it's appropriate. He was a great artist of natural things, as well as the Celtic tradition and carvings from the Celtic and Viking tradition of the Isle of Man. So
a new tradition you're going to be doing each year now?
Yes, we'll just have to hope that we produce a harvest every year, but so far so good.